السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما. Hello everyone, this is the Liquidity Club by Ahmed Shawi. Today is Sunday, the 22nd of December 2024. Uh, in this video, I'll be doing the weekly market review. So let's get started. Here we have DXY. I'm viewing the weekly time frame chart. As you can see, price has retraced into the internal range of liquidity after we have reached out and graded the external range of liquidity on the form of the buy side liquidity over here. Price has retraced, walked inside this internal range of liquidity, which is the favorite gap, the BISI, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. So it's inefficient with sell side delivery, and we've seen price made that area efficient here. And then we traded up higher, took out this buy side liquidity. So the next target would be, since we have an immediate rebalance right here, the next target would be looking at the midpoint of this favorite gap, SIBI, and the high of that favorite gap. You can look at also the quadrant, which is the 75% quadrant, this level right here, as an area to take some profits at. So let's go down to the daily time frame chart. You can see this is the favorite gap that basic price has retraced to. We have a bullish break in here. We have low, high, lower low, and then higher high. Price could walk inside this bullish breaker. I'm looking just at this up close candle, this one up close candle right here. And you can see that we have a favorite gap with this up close candle. So this is a unicorn. What I'm saying here is not guaranteed. Price can just start tanking down lower, taking out the side liquidity. But based on my experience, based on what I've been seeing, the charts for the past 3-4 years, it is telling me that we're likely to reach for higher prices. Also, the seasonal tendency is bullish. Will be bullish from January and until March, April next year. So we could be expecting for higher prices going into next year. So that's going to be pretty much it for. You can see how everything is balanced out here, but we just have this favorite gap. Price can fill it one more time here on Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, make the low of the week, and then rally up higher towards this constant of that weekly favorite gap and the high of that favorite gap. So that's going to be pretty much it for DXY. Going to ES here, I'm viewing the continuous contract and I'm viewing the weekly time frame chart. As you can see, price is likely has formed the top in the buy program, so we're kind of switching or transitioning to a sell program here. But what will pretty much confirm it to me is how we close next week. So we have this premium wick and we have this discount wick. I'm looking at the midpoint of these two wicks relative to this candle. If we close on daily basis above this level, which is the 6,104 and one tick, this means that we're likely going to be expanding up higher, and this was just a retracement here. Or if we trade down lower and we close below this level, which is the constant encroachment or the midpoint of that discount wick, which is at the 5,934 even, then we're likely going to be expecting lower prices reaching toward the sell side liquidity. These are the equal lows right there. Going to the daily time frame chart, you see how we have consolidation here. Price took out the buy side liquidity here and started jamming down lower. We have a SIBI here. The price repriced some of it right there and pretty much closed here. So going to next week, we're just sitting on our hands and seeing what price will do. If we close below this level, we're expecting price will just tank down lower towards the sell side liquidity right here. If price reaches up above this level and closes above it on a daily basis, then we're expecting price to continue running up higher. You can expect some kind of a projection to the upside and target that. We have one of these levels, like 6,200 price level that you could be aiming at. So that's how I'm looking at it regarding ES. That's going to be pretty much it for ES. Going to NQ, here I'm viewing the continuous contract and I'm viewing the continuous contract, the weekly time frame chart, sorry. The same thing is mentioned for NQ as well. We have the premium wick and the discount wick. We're looking at the midpoint relative to these wicks here, the constant encroachment of these wicks. If price closes above them on daily basis, we're likely going to see price expand to the upside, taking out the buy side liquidity. Otherwise, if price closes below on daily basis below the midpoint of that discount wick, then we're likely going to be seeing price just jam down lower, take out this inside liquidity, reach to this volume balance right here, sell side liquidity right there. So let's go down to the daily time frame chart. You can see we have repriced to some kind of this SIBI right there. Price can run up higher even more, trying to accumulate more shorts here. But this is where I want price to stop. I don't want to see any closure above this level. If price is heavy to the downside, I don't want to see price close above this level. It can do the damage by reaching above it with the wicks, but I don't want to see it close above this level. That's what I don't want to see. If price closes above this level, then I'm expecting price to take out this buy side liquidity. Otherwise, if price closes below this level, then I'm expecting that we have started the sell program, and you could be looking at these lows here for price to target these levels. We have the sell side liquidity here, sell side liquidity here. We have these pretty much considered as relative equal lows. So that's going to be pretty much it for NQ. Going to EU, Euro USD, also known as the fiber. Here I'm viewing the weekly time frame chart. You can see how price is traded up higher, traded down lower, sorry, form this SIBI, sell side imbalance, buy side efficiency. So it needs buy side delivery to make it efficient. We've seen price retrace here as an institution order flow entry drill that didn't reach to the midpoint of that favoring gap and started reaching down lower towards the sell side liquidity. We haven't tagged in the sell side liquidity yet, but you can see the XY at the beginning. You can see how the XY has actually taken out the buy side liquidity. So we're expecting EU as well to sorry EU as well to trade down lower, take out the sell side liquidity here. So going down to the daily time frame chart, you can see how everything is efficient here. We took out the buy side liquidity here, and then we traded down lower, a bit of a retracement here, and then jumped down low one more time. We have a favorite gap here, SIBI, price retracement to that SIBI. From here, I'm expecting price to just jump down lower into the sell side liquidity right there. So that's the low hanging fruit that I'm aiming at right here. Price can run up higher even more towards this bearish order block here to take some orders and then jump down lower towards the sell side liquidity. So that is going to be pretty much it for EU, or also known as the fiber. Going to pound USD, GU, or also known as the cable. Here I'm viewing the weekly time frame chart. You can see how price retraced into the SIBI, the internal range liquidity, and now I'm expecting price to trade down lower. You can see how price traded down lower, took out this sell side liquidity and reached to the midpoint of the discount wick right there. Right there, yeah, exactly. So we took out the midpoint, we reached to that midpoint. Now we have, if price wants to trade down lower, I want to see some resistance at the midpoint of the wick, which is the consequence of that premium wick. So if price can retrace, so show some resistance here, that would be the manipulation. So accumulation, then manipulation to the upside here, and then distribution to the downside right there. And below this target, we have this sell side liquidity. You can look at the rejection block and the midpoint of that discount wick, which is the encroachment or the low. Going to the daily time frame chart, you can see you have a buy side liquidity. Price swept the buy side liquidity, traded down lower. This marks such a shift. Retracement to the favorite gap and just touching that weekly favorite gap right there, weekly CB right there, and we jam down lower. You can see that we have an immediate rebalance right here. So price would be likely pretty much heavy to the downside here on GU. If it wants to trade down lower, GU would be heavier to the downside. It might not reach towards the bearish order block here when compared to EU. But regardless, we're still looking for bearishness, sell program to continue to resume on GU, EU, and the buy program to resume on DXY. Regarding the indices, it is still not 100% guaranteed because we're at an area where price can transition from buy program to sell program. And I've set some boundaries. If price did some things, then I'll be expecting other things in advance. You can rewatch the weekly review to know exactly what I'm talking about in terms of knowing what price will do. If price does X, then I can expect Z, something of that effect. So I really hope you found this one insightful. If you have any ideas of what videos you want me to pretty much produce next next videos, please do comment down below. That's going to be pretty much it for this weekly review. I really hope you found this one insightful. Until I talk to you next time, be safe. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.